T-Mac, Tatura McMillan. I tried his first name. I feel like I butchered it. But he is the...
Tetero McMillan.
Tetero, there we go. Thank you. He is looked at, and it really is, the top dog when it comes to the wide receivers. He is number one in that class. I said the latest, one of the latest mocks has Tampa picking him right in front of the Broncos. Do you think the Broncos entertain the idea of having that conversation, throwing teams a little bit of a curveball by talking to players like that?
Well, here's the thing. You want a kind of leverage yourself in the Courtland Sutton situation. Tetero McMillan would be the Sutton replacement because he's Mike Evans.
Okay.
That mock draft from Daniel Jeremiah, which was craziness. He wanted chaos with 3 running backs in the first round, which I don't think is going to happen. But he had McMillan going to the Buccaneers where Mike Evans is already at. There's your Evans replacement with the next Mike Evans. I said it earlier in the show, you don't have your Courtland Sutton replacement on this roster, and he's not really out there unless, however... Could he be out there if McMillan comes into the conversation? And maybe that's with the depth at defensive tackle, with the depth at running back, with the depth at tight end, that you could get Tetero McMillan, Devin Neal, and Harold Fannin. Oh, my God.
I'm not opposed to that at all, Cecil.
You just rewrote the Broncos. Now Bo Nix. Bo Nix is the leading passer in the NFL. Not just leading in Kevin Kistner's heart, but actual leading in the NFL. If you get him Tetero McMillan... You get him Harold Fannin, who's just 20, by the way, and then you get him Devin Neal. Like, oh, my God, and that's possible. By the way, all 3 of those picks would be possible where the Broncos are at. So, yeah, there's not a Sutton replacement except for McMillan, and are you going to be that bold? What do you think of Sutton? Do you want some leverage in that case? Well, if that's the case, then McMillan is someone you will have real interest in.
Man, I'm actually really intrigued by that idea that we just kind of stumbled upon there. But it makes me nervous. Cool. It makes me nervous to go, okay, now you're getting rid of your most sure-handed wide receiver in Courtland Sutton for a hope, and this is all this is right now, a hope that Marvin Mims continues to prove that he can be a true wide receiver in this league, and the hope that Devon Vele, Troy Franklin, and in this case McMillan, would develop quickly into legitimate NFL wide receivers. That's the only thing that scares me a little bit is we want to take steps forward, right? We had those conversations last week. Does getting even younger mean steps forward or a half a step backwards before you can take a leap forward?
No, you take best player available because best player available just goes out there and beats the other best players. That's it. So if you want, and here's the thing, and this is not at you, brother. This is not at you at all. But like, I just hear so much about the guarantee on the box. Well, they need that veteran. Well, what had happened was, like, you need great players. Tetero McMillan is a great player. He's Mike Evans 2.0, okay? That's what you need. And I'm not going to start promoting this as a plan for the Denver Broncos. One, I don't think McMillan would be there at 20. However, there's a chance. Anything is possible, as KG always said. But for me, I just go, get your best players, man. And if you really need that guarantee on the box, McMillan, Fannin, Neal. Free agency, you get Chris Godwin on a prove-it deal because he's going to have to take a prove-it deal after getting hurt last year. There's your guarantee on the box, getting the slant god and Chris Godwin. So, like, yeah, there's ways to get around it, but I think we all need to get past this feeling because what does that guarantee on the box make you? It gives you a little sense of security. Why do you need that if you just have great players? Even if they're young, even if they're rookies. You know, you look back at that 2017 class that Mickey Loomis was able to find for Sean Payton in New Orleans where they had 4 all-pros. Now, eventual all-pros like a Trey Hendrickson, but 4 all-pro level players, Marshawn Lattimore, Ryan Ramczyk, Alvin Kamara, Trey Hendrickson. If you can have a draft like that, you can win, and you can win sooner than people think.
Well, I will say this just to give you a little tiny pushback on the guarantee. I don't think anything is, so it's almost irrelevant because nothing's guaranteed, especially in this sport that we're talking about that is football. But the reason I want more of that guarantee is because I've watched one rookie come in and contribute in their rookie year under Sean Payton, and that person's been Bo Nix. Now, that's been a great, great start, but nobody else outside of Bo Nix has come in year one and shown that they belong under Sean Payton. So that's why I said like a half a step back to hopefully that leads to a leap in their second year. But you'd be going so young with the players and pieces around Bo Nix outside of what we kind of hinted at with the Chris Godwin there. And then maybe you do the same thing with the Juwan Johnson in New Orleans. So there are opportunities where you're getting younger on your playmaker positions, but having a, I guess for lack of a better term, right, a bridge type of player that would help those guys get there.
Mace and I on Orange and Blue today always talk about the Chuck Woolery plan from Love Connection. Again, we're old, Dover, but like the 2 and 2. You need 2 and 2. You need 2 tight ends this offseason. You need 2 running backs this offseason. So double it up, man. And if one of those is Juwan Johnson and Colston Loveland, great. Juwan Johnson, notice how I'm not mentioning Taysom Hill. Somewhere Mark Schlereth is doing yard work and getting very upset. Yeah. It's Juwan Johnson, it's Mike Gesicki, and then Harold Fannin, Mason Taylor, right? That's what you're doing. At the running back position, you're getting the veteran. Maybe you do get Aaron Jones. You're still drafting somebody, and maybe when you get Aaron Jones, it means you're not drafting Ashton Genty, or you don't feel like he'll be available. But either way, the plan isn't just one guy. You're going to add that assembly of talent, and I want to leave this offseason with 4 new players on offense, 2 tight ends, 2 running backs, legit guys, okay? Not the backup reserve, in case of emergency break glass, I guess we'll use this guy, Jeremy McNichols, somebody like that. Sure. I just went a deep cut there, but that's a Boise State running back and a former Denver Bronco, by the way, who kind of helped fumble away the Commanders' chances in the postseason. But either way, I look at it and I go, I want 2 backs, I want 2 tight ends, I want more talent around Bo Nix, and go let that special kid showcase how even much more special he can be.
I like that. I like that a lot. By the way, you said, what was it, Love Connection? Is that the show you referenced?
Yeah, Love Connection, yeah.
I was more of, now I assume you and Mace are aware of this. It maybe just not have been your speed. I feel like it was yours and not Mace's. I was singled
Jenny
out.
McCarthy.
Yeah, you know where I'm going. Yeah, that's exactly right, dude.
Lake Shea Bad Boys. I know where you're going.
Jenny McCarthy on Singled Out. That was must-watch television for a young Josh Dover.
See, I did not know the name of the show was Singled Out, but I could tell you about Jenny McCarthy.
That's exactly right. MTV2, dude. I think it was like Thursday nights at 7 o'clock. Yeah, I'm going to need to watch this show and be left alone for a while, family. Thank you very much.
Yeah, going to need a moment.
All right, let me tell you about our latest fan flyaway. We've done some cool giveaways and prizes. This one probably takes the cake for me. The fan flyaway back in 2025. Thanks to our friends at Embers Golf and 303 Law 4040. This time, we're sending one lucky listener and a guest to Kentucky for the most popular horse race in the country. If you win, you get 2 tickets to the race. Round trip airfare for 2 from Denver, 2 nights hotel stay, and you need some walking around money, don't you? Of course you do. How about $500 walking around money if you win? For more information and to register, go to thefanflyaway.com. If you've registered for one of our previous fan flyaways, you're already registered for this one. Once you sign up for one flyaway, you're entered in for all future flyaways. So good luck. Get there and register today. Thefanflyaway.com.